Hey, Brittany.
Hello, hello.
Thank you so much for hopping on with me today. I know you're like post-workout and you're out and about, but I'm super excited to have you. So
Yes.
I would love to just hear like what was the program like for you? What was your experience?
It was a lot. It was different than I thought. It was going to be in a good way.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it like opened me up to a lot and like took like it just like completely changed my like mindset and like how I view things and like how I kind of like process things, and then also made me a lot more like self-aware and like
Mhm.
I couldn't let myself like slack off anymore, So it definitely just like, I don't know, it really changed a lot for me, like mindset wise and just like knowing myself and like growing in that sense.
I love that. And so you did one-on-one sessions with me for, it wasn't quite a year, maybe 6 months.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
How was it different for you doing one-on-one sessions with me? And like, what was your life like then compared to when you did the program?
So I feel like with one-on-ones, I was getting like a lot of breakthrough and like, because it was like all tailored to like what I was going through. But it was kind of like what you said, like with one-on-ones, it's like something comes up and then that's what we're dealing with. Where I feel like with the program, it was more like teaching me how to like figure it out on my own and like process things on my own, and actually like when something came up, I wasn't just like running and being like, oh my gosh. Obviously, like if something like crazy happened, I could like talk to not only you, but like the whole group about it. And like I could reach out to other girls, which is really, really important, because when with one-on-ones, it was only like you and me,
Yeah.
and only reach out to you. Whereas like with a community of people and with like the Facebook group, it's like, we can literally post on there and then we have like a bunch of comments and a bunch of people just being like, oh my gosh, like totally relate, like blah, blah. So yeah.
I love that. Something that I noticed about you is in the one-on-ones, like you said, you did get a lot of breakthrough, but what I noticed is like you stepped into a lot more like power, confidence, and like taking ownership of what you learned in the program. Would you say that that's true?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Like, I want to hear, I'd love to hear actually about like that encounter that you had with the Lord a few weeks ago. Because I know that there have been specific things that you've struggled with throughout the last couple of years. And it's been really cool for me seeing you in the program, like taking ownership of what you're learning and then actually walking it out. So tell me about that encounter that you had.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to like remember it all. Like I remember the actual encounter,
Yeah.
but I just have had like a lot of like issues with like feeling like I deserve like blessings and like feeling like I'm not like ready yet, or I'm not there yet, or I feel like God like, shouldn't give me the blessings that I like ask for. And so when I was like journaling, I God like gave me this image of like a dad standing with like a bunch of toys, like, and they're all like glowing. And for me, I was like, okay, those are blessings in life, like all these amazing blessings that he like is so excited. He's standing there and he's just like, oh my gosh, okay, I have all of these things for you. And I was like instantly like a little girl, and I was like, no, like, nope, you can't give them to me yet, not yet, you can't do it. And like I just felt him being like, I want to bless you and I want to give all these things to you, but you won't let me. And like it was such like a crazy encounter for me too, because like the original like first encounter happened when I was, I think, driving, and then when I wrote it down later on, that's when he like gave me the vision. So it just like, it's been a lot more like communication and a lot more, like open to him, and just like hearing those encounters, and it's been getting like a lot stronger. And so like that encounter, like when he said that to me, I was like, I started crying. So I was like, oh my God, like I literally have been like stopping him because I'm disqualifying myself, but he's literally just being like, no, I want to bless you. You're the only one saying no. That's it, So for me, I was just like, okay, like, wow, I actually like, I'm allowed to have blessings. Oh, that was loud. But yeah, so it was good. It was good.
And how would you say like your relationship with God has changed since working with us? What's the difference between old Brittany then and the way she connects with God and Brittany now?
I feel like old Brittany thought of God as like like a scary God, or like I had to like earn his love, or like I had to work for it, or I had to be like good or perfect before. And now I feel like I really like broken down those walls of like perfection. I feel like now he's like not just like father, but like a friend to me. And like I put him in like my friend position too, where it's like, wow, like he doesn't judge me, he doesn't care, like he literally just wants a relationship with me. Like he just wants me to come as broken as I am, or like he doesn't require me to be perfect to like get that love and blessing.
I love that. Okay, and speaking of like you not feeling like you have to be perfect, what was the state that you came to us in, and what were you struggling with, if you can remember? What are some of the things you were struggling with, and what are the things that you feel like you've overcome since working with us?
Like from the very beginning working with you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I came so just like not knowing who I am, so broken down, so just like in a like low place, like self-esteem wise and love wise, and I just felt so like lost, like literally so lost. And I feel like now I'm still like finding my way and all that, but I feel so much more like secure in myself, and I feel like so much more like, I don't know, just in a good place. Like it's hard to describe, but I literally just, I feel good. Like I feel like even when I do have like crazy breakdowns, like I still, it's not like spinning me out like it used to. It's not like throwing my whole world upside down. And it's also like when I make mistakes or when I slip up or when I backtrack, it's like, it's not so heavy. It's not so like intense for me. I literally am just like, okay, you know what? That's what my heart needed right now in that moment. That's literally just what my heart felt like it needed to do. And it's okay. I'm still learning. I'm still processing. Like all of this is okay.
Yeah. So you don't shame, judge, or like hate yourself into like perfection or performance. You're more like connecting with love and compassion. So it makes it actually a lot easier, because I've noticed a lot of little just changes along the way. And I think growth, healing, and change is so much easier when we're not like hating ourselves into results, and I've noticed that too. Like even the different ways that you've worked through like being kind to yourself. Like you honestly, since I first met you until now, worked through so much self-hatred and shame, because that was probably your biggest thing. Is like every time I would hear from you, it was like all of the ways that you had failed, all of the ways that you weren't enough, all of the ways you're like failing your own expectations of yourself.
Yeah.
And now you might share pain or disappointment, but you'll also share victory. Or you might just share your pain and disappointment, but you're like, you're going to get through it, and you're not shaming yourself, hoping that it's going to help you grow,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I literally feel like I like have taken off a lot of the like weight of the expectations over myself and like all that. I just feel like I've kind of removed it. I still have stuff to like work through, but it's so much better than it was before. I definitely feel like all that self-hatred, all the negative talk, like even now if I like find myself talking, I'm like, nope, like I can't, it's okay. Like I still love you. I still like, especially with my body, like, stressing out about that. It's like, nope, I love my body. It's strong. I can actually move. Like I'm blessed to even, have such a great body, like all these things, instead of just like hating it and being like, oh, I wish I was this. I wish I was skinnier. I wish I was bigger. Like all that stuff.
Yeah. I love that. So good. Okay. One last question. So I know that you've built incredible relationships. Tell me about those, like within the other girls, within the other clients in the program. Tell me about those.
Okay, well, I like love everyone, but it's just like having other girls and other women like who are going through the same stuff, who are on the same process. It's just so much easier through life. And like literally, I mean, they're now two of my closest friends. It's like, we share the good, the bad, the stuff that we don't want to share with people. Like, and it's so nice to like share something so vulnerable too, to like a group of girls, and have them just come back with so much love instead of judgment. It's just like so much encouragement. It's prayers. It's reach out to me if you need me. Like, it's just so much, like, such a good community. Even the girls that I'm not like super, super close with, they're still like, oh my gosh, like, I love you. I'll be praying for you. It's just knowing that you have like this group behind you. It's like, wow, okay, like, I can do it. Even if I do fail, I have like a huge group behind me that is just like ready to encourage me and love me through it. So I like, yeah.
And then it's stroked. What's sparked? There we go. It's stroked another question. It sparked another question. Like, in a moment where you are having a meltdown or you're stuck in something, do you feel like there's girls that you can reach out to and actually get poured into and get helped and led through a moment?
Absolutely. Like, not like, I mean, everyone's good, but Sarah's been like so freaking good, and like to watch her grow too encourages me. And like when I have my meltdown, I can like reach out and she just completely pours into me and loves me and just gives my permission. Like, I remember I went to dinner with Nicole and Sarah, and I had like a breakdown at dinner, and both of them were like, you can stop growing right now and we will still love you. We will still love your heart. Like, you do not have to be perfect for us. And I like started crying even more because I was like, oh my God, like, this is exactly what I need. Like, oh my goodness. So yeah, it was so good.
That makes me so happy. It's crazy to see. Like, I've noticed for the group of you that's kind of like stuck together and like actually started your own relationships, which I love. That was my hope and my goal for all of this, is like, I want women to be able to get connected, and whether it has to be virtually or whether you're around people like you are, like, to have connections that feed into you and like help you grow and move forward. And I've noticed that with all of you, like yes, you learning and growing and like taking ownership of what we're teaching you is incredible. But like, when you have women that are running with you, like, I've seen it with you guys, it's accelerated your journey, you know, because you have strength out, like, and it's great that you guys have like strength and leadership with me and Spence, but like, you have strength outside of us, and that is like, it's just everything that I want. I love that.
So good.
So good. Well, I love you so much. Thank you so much for your time today, and you are such a blessing, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much for everything.